Ladies and gentlemen, SummerSlam 2022 is only about a week away, which is hard to believe, but these are my predictions for the show. So this video is brought to you by SeatGeek. So if you guys are looking for tickets for any event in the entire world, just use my coupon code HODGE on SeatGeek and save you guys $20 off your order. This is for first time orders only, so if you use SeatGeek before, just make a new account and use my code anyway and save yourself some freaking money. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the video. Brandon here, your king of vlog style. So today we're going to be talking about SummerSlam 2022. So I'm hyped, I'm on fire for this show, guys. Hopefully you guys are too. There's a more of a reason I am than maybe some of you guys watching are. It's because SummerSlam 2022 is actually in my home state in Tennessee, here in the United States. My home state, it's where I'm from, and they're actually doing it here. That's not like right next door to me or anything. I don't live in Nashville. Nashville's expensive, but I live about three and a half hours from Nashville. It's my home state. I'm very happy about this. So I'm excited to go to the show. I will be there. Your king of vlog stuff. We'll be there doing this thing. I'm gonna do a little promotion before we get going. But it looks like we have a pretty good card, all things considered. I know we have a lot of injuries and a lot of different variables of the reason why the card looks the way it does. But nonetheless, this is the SummerSlam 2022 card. As of a week out, I'm sure they'll add like a match or two, but I just wanted to go ahead and get these predictions out of the way because I prefer to be early than to be late. So let's go ahead and jump in to the first match of the night. So these are in random order, by the way. This is just the order they are listed on WWE.com. They are not, I did not list them this way. Anyway, first match, we have Logan Paul. Yeah, the YouTuber, Logan Paul versus The Miz. The Miz, Logan Paul going one-on-one against each other. This one's interesting. I understand Logan's not like the worst person ever to step inside of a ring. It's not like some celebrity who has no idea, no sports background or anything. Like he's catching on pretty freaking fast. But basically, who's winning this? I don't know. I could definitely see Logan Paul winning this. He has been signed to a WWE contract. I have no idea. A wrestling contract. I don't know what kind of dates he's doing or what, but he's going in. I just feel like he's going to win this. He's going to make Miz look like garbage, but basically, Logan Paul is my prediction to actually win this match. All right, next up we got Matt Riddle versus Seth freaking Rollins. Rollins and Riddle. That'd be a pretty good match. Hopefully everything's okay behind the scenes. There's some rumors behind the scenes. They may have some issues, but I think they may get things sorted out, and I don't think it's as severe as some people are letting on. Anyway, basically Riddle, Rollins. Who's winning this? Rollins has been on fire recently. Riddle's been doing some cool stuff as well, so you gotta give it to them both. I really don't know who to give this to. This is a tough decision, but oh man, I really don't know. I guess I will go with Rollins. Seems to be losing a lot of feuds he's in. Maybe it's time for Rollins to win a feud. Riddle's gonna go down here. I don't really know. I can see it going either way. This is a hard decision for me, but I will go with Seth freaking Rollins. All right, the next match we have Pat McAfee versus Baird Corbin. I don't know, is he happy Corbin now, I guess? I don't know what he is. Is he happy? Is he sad? Is he tired? Is he sleepy? Sleepy Corbin. I don't know. But basically, Pat McAfee, Corbin. This one's cool because they're both former NFL football players. It's an interesting fact, but who's winning this? Pat McAfee is extremely talented. Like, he took everyone by surprise at WrestleMania getting in the ring. I mean, he's been in the ring before, and most people have not seen that. Just see him like going from the commentary booth into the ring, all smooth. It's just like seamlessly. It's just like perfect. This match, I will actually go with Pat McAfee to win. I just feel like he's like one of those guys, like, you don't expect the commentator to come in and beat up the wrestler and win, but that's actually what's happening at SummerSlam. So for that reason alone, the surprise factor or whatever, Pat McAfee is extremely talented. I love the guy. I cannot get enough of his show and enough of what he's been doing to elevate SmackDown and everything. I love the guy. Pat McAfee is who I'm going with for this match. All right, the next match. The next match is for the Tag Team Championships. Why I say Tag Team Championships and not Raw or SmackDown, because the Usos are both of the champions at the same time somehow. So basically they've unified the titles even though they have two different straps on each Uso. So anyway, it's a situation. The whole thing with, same thing with Universal and WWE. It's like unified but not really. But basically we have the Usos defending their titles against the Street Profits. And this one's got a little bit of a stipulation with it. It has a special guest referee. The special guest referee is actually Jeff Jarrett. And I'm pretty sure WWE, they just wanted to kind of throw in something for Nashville, Tennessee themed. They want someone like kind of icon, wrestling icon in the state of Tennessee, so they chose Jeff Jarrett. So Jeff Jarrett, special guest referee for this match. I'm quite excited for this. This is going to be interesting. Who's walking out of SummerSlam as the tag team champions. It's going to be the Usos, right? Because if the Usos don't retain, it's going to cause a little tension inside the bloodline, and maybe a breakup will be in the future. We can't have that. We can't have them drop the straps. We can't have them drop the championships here. So I'll go with the Usos to actually retain here. I think it's going to be a hell of a match. They did always put on a great show when they're wrestling each other. Plus, we got Jeff Jarrett there as a referee to add a little special sauce on top of the magic they're creating. So yeah, I'm actually going with the Usos to retain the championships. All right, the next match. The next match is for the United States Championship. So I'm still going to call him the new champion with a brand new United States champion, Bobby Lashley, defending the title against the guy who took it from Theory. So it's kind of like a rematch for Money in the Bank. Now, Theory, of course, is going with something extra. A little something extra. Theory is actually Mr. Money in the Bank now, if you somehow don't know that. So he can cash in that briefcase anywhere, anytime, for a shot at Roman's titles. But is he just want to cash in on Roman? Because I don't know if he can beat the Tribal Chief. Which rumors going around, Theory's cashed in may be unsuccessful this year. Which, you know, whatever the case, I really don't like unsuccessful cash-in because it's like brings like the number down. Like the number at one point was like 99% of people have cashed in successfully. And it's like drops way down, and then eventually it's gonna be like half of them. You have half of a chance. You have a 50% chance. I don't want that, so I'm not a big fan of unsuccessful cash-in. At the same time, we have Roman, and we have to do this event every year. And Roman's like just this new like god level like cannot be beat wrestler. So it's just like. Kind of a situation. But back to the match here. We have Lashley, Theory, United States Championship. I think Lashley's going to retain. I don't think Theory's going to take the title back. I don't think Theory needs the title. He has that Money in the Bank briefcase to kind of tote around, to play with, to pose with, and all that stuff. I don't think he needs it right now. Lashley needs a championship because he's freaking Bobby Lashley. So for that reason, I'm going with Bobby Lashley to retain his United States Championship. Alright, the next match. The next match is for the Raw Women's Championship. So we have the current Raw Women's Champion, Bianca Belair, defending her title against Becky Lynch. Now, we've seen this match before, but this is an interesting one because actually at last year's SummerSlam, Becky Lynch just returned out of nowhere and actually took Bianca's title. Like, she just beat her like really fast at SummerSlam last year, and it was kind of a joke. I'm like, are you serious right now? Is this actually happening? The last year's SummerSlam, of course, in Las Vegas, she returned there. So 1 year later, they're actually getting a rematch, kind of a deal. Bianca's the champion this time again, and we're having Becky go in. She's not going to win that fast again. Is Becky going to win at all is the question. I don't think so. I think Bianca's going to hold on to the title for a little bit longer. So I'm actually going with Bianca Belair to retain her Raw Women's Championship. Alright, the next match. The next match is for the SmackDown Women's Championship. So we have the brand new SmackDown Women's Champion, Liv Morgan. Yeah, you heard me right. Liv Morgan, a SmackDown Women's Champion. We haven't watched wrestling in a while. I sometimes get those on the channel where people will join and be like, I just watch your videos to keep up with WWE because I have no idea what's going on. Well, if you don't know, Liv Morgan is now SmackDown Women's Championship. She cashed in her Money in the Bank briefcase the same night she won it at Money in the Bank. She cashed it in on Ronda Rousey and beat Ronda Rousey. So this is a rematch. We have Liv Morgan, Ronda Rousey for the Raw Women's Championship at SummerSlam. Now, is Ronda getting her title back or is Liv going to keep it? Well, I think this is a very big determining factor here in the rest of Liv's career. So I think she kind of has to retain this to be a legitimate champion because you can't just win it at one pay-per-view, lose to the next. You look like you're just a joke. So I don't think we can actually have her lose because she's not going to look legitimate if she just loses to the next show. If she's going to be a big future star for this company, she definitely has to retain here. So Liv Morgan is my prediction to actually retain her SmackDown Women's Championship at SummerSlam. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so this is it. This is your main event of the evening. This is the main event for SummerSlam 2022. This is the Tribal Chiefs show. This is for the Universal Championship / the WWE Championship. We're calling it the Undisputed Universal Championship. There's two titles there, but unified, kind of, not really. So we have Roman Reigns, our Tribal Chief and Undisputed Universal Champion, defending his title against the Beast Incarnate, Mr. Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns going at it once again at SummerSlam. But this time, we got a bit of an exciting stipulation added to this match. It's actually going to be a last man standing match. So there is absolutely no rules to this match. They can use weapons and do whatever the hell they want. They can be outside the ring. You can lose the match actually outside the ring. The only rule is whoever cannot get to their feet by the count of 10 loses the match. So this is going to be interesting. I'm sure they're going to go all out and make this as exciting as they possibly could be. I know this wasn't the original planned match for the main event of SummerSlam, but due to injuries, people leaving, crazy things happening, this is what we got. And it's completely fine. I know a lot of people are saying the SummerSlam card kind of looks like a WrestleMania repeat. And in a way, yes, we do have some new stars and some high-up positions and some new faces and stuff like that. But sometimes they just don't have the stars built to the level they need to main event yet, and hopefully they're working on that so we don't have to keep having Reigns, Lesnar every large show just so we sell tickets. But nonetheless, they have been able to make this seem fresh with a new stipulation and stuff like that. So basically, what is my prediction? What is Brandon Hodges' prediction for the main event of SummerSlam? I cannot question, I cannot doubt my tribal chief. So therefore, I will go with Roman Reigns to retain his undisputed Universal Champion and remain the head of the bloodline and the head of the entire WWE. So there you guys have, those are some of my predictions for SummerSlam 2022. I will of course be there doing your King of Vlog style action. Hope you guys are pumped for my vlog I'm doing next week. But ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it. Let me know your thoughts and your predictions in the comment section down below. But ladies and gentlemen, I am your King of Vlog style, Brandon Hodge, and I will see you guys in the next video.